Hey guys, Kevin Vandy here, and today we're going to look at a special program called VirtualBox. What VirtualBox is it's a program that can run ISO files, or an operating system within your current operating system, within the program VirtualBox, within your operating system. And the nice thing about VirtualBox is that it will also run on almost any operating system. So if you have Windows, like I have Windows 8.1 here, as you can see, and I can run, like say I wanted to run Windows 7, and I can do that within Windows 8.1 without having to dual boot. I can just run it within Windows 8.1. I can also run some Linux operating systems or Mac OS even. So let's look at first, you're going to have to download VirtualBox, and it's just virtualbox.org. I'll leave the link in the description to download. As you can see, you can download it for Windows or OS X or Linux or even Solaris. But I already have it installed, so we'll open it up. Look at the interface. So here's VirtualBox, and once you have a operating system installed here, you can create a desktop shortcut here, so you don't actually have to open up VirtualBox every time. That's pretty nice. But set up a virtual machine. All you do, say new. Let's say we're gonna remake my Ubuntu. So make sure it's on 64-bit, or depending on the ISO file you download, it can run 32-bit or 64-bit. We'll give it a half gig of RAM, give it a hard drive. About 8 gigs is good for a virtual machine. You don't have to give it that much, and then it's there. Go to settings, because you have to actually give the ISO file to it. Go into the CD tray and find your ISO file that you want to use. So here's the Ubuntu ISO file that you can get from ubuntu.com. And one last thing, you always want to put your video memory all the way up, as long as it's not red. That'll give it a higher frame rate. So that's how you set up one. Let's actually open one of my virtual machines here. Let's open up Windows 10, the technical preview. This is in December of 2014, so don't actually have Windows 10 yet. So you can see it just opens up in the window. And I'll speed through the login process here for you guys. Okay, here we are at the lock screen. Turn in the password. Here we are on the Windows 10 desktop. So as you can see, it's running right now. It's running in a window. We can actually change that. We can go full screen, host key F, and well, right now it's in a 4:3 aspect ratio right now. But you can run it in whatever aspect ratio or resolution you want. I just use this on a second monitor sometimes, so that's what it's set at right now. We'll exit out of that though. See the Windows 10 Start menu. And Windows 10, I don't know, running it here, it's not very useful yet. Other operating systems that I run in VirtualBox are a little bit more useful. So let's say we'll turn off Windows 10 here. I'll show you what else. Like say you want to run some software that only runs on Mac OS, but you only have a PC running Windows. But with VirtualBox, you can actually run programs that are for Mac OS, because you can have Mac OS. So here's Mac OS X 10.9 Mavericks. I didn't upgrade to Yosemite yet, but we'll just look at the Mavericks operating system running in VirtualBox here. and I'll speed through the login process again. Here we are. And here's the Macintosh desktop with the dock and everything. And it seems to be running on a little bit lower bit rate here, or frame rate, but that's okay. See, we can go full screen. It stretches right now because I'm in the 4:3 aspect ratio again. I like to run this on a second monitor, so I can have Windows 8.1 on one monitor and a different desktop on a different operating system on the other. But you can run in whatever resolution that you want, as I said. I don't know. I think we can have access to the App Store, and I don't know, I'm just going to power this off right now because that's all you need to see for this video. As you can see, you can run Linux operating systems too. I use that a lot, Ubuntu and Mint especially. I haven't really used Zorn or Manjaro. Might actually end up deleting those, but yeah, so I hope you've learned what is possible with VirtualBox, and you don't actually, if you just need a program that runs on a different operating system, you don't actually have to buy a whole new laptop or dual boot or install another operating system dual boot. You can just install VirtualBox and run them within a virtual machine instead. That's a lot easier, a lot less burden on your computer. It takes up a lot less space. You can just give it a 8 GB hard drive if you just need one program. Or say you want to preview an operating system before actually installing it. VirtualBox is a great way to preview an operating system before making big changes to your computer. And also, another feature to point out, if any of these machines ever get a virus, the virtual machines that is, it will not affect your host OS. So say you got a virus on Windows 10 or Ubuntu, or well, it will most likely be a Windows operating system, but it will not affect Windows, or it will not affect your host operating system here. That my Windows 8.1 would be unaffected, and I could just delete the actual machine here. See, just go to remove and it will delete everything about it. So here, I'll delete this Ubuntu thing I made. I'm not going to actually use it. So delete all files. That will completely remove it, and it's gone. And that's about it. There will be no trace left of it, and all the viruses that were with it will be gone. So that's another plus for running operating systems in a virtual machine. I mean, as long as you didn't put your credit card number or anything in the system, but more personal information. But yeah, virtual machines are the way to go if you just want to preview an operating system. This is Kevin Vandy, and I hope you learned something today. Bye.